I'm 51 years old now, and I got a ticket for my stereo. That is awesome. It's almost gotten worse. Really. Hey, I'm Keith Rozelle. You don't know me, but I just want to tell you what car audio has meant to me in my early years of my life. Growing up, probably about 10 years old in our neighborhood, we had some older guys in the neighborhood that had mini trucks, and we were just in awe of that stuff. We'd hear them coming down the road, we'd hear the bass a block away, and they were all lowered Mazdas or Nissans, and we just thought those guys were awesome, and we wanted to be just like them. Sort of what started the whole getting into car audio thing for me, even at 10. Obviously, I'm not buying any car audio when I'm 10, but we were able to go up to the local stores and get car audio magazines, car audio and electronics, and I had pictures posted all over my wall, and we would just look at them, and one day I'm gonna have a system or do something like that, and that's what really sort of set it off for me. And I'm 51 years old now, and it's almost gotten worse. Really. My first car was a 1974 Datsun B210. And you laugh, but the very first thing I did was spray paint the windows black, put a big ass Orion sticker on the back window, went to Pet Boys and got my sweet hubcaps and had it painted, and I was proud of that car. I mean, it was probably the biggest piece of crap car in my school, but and I worked all summer and saved up and bought 2 Orion SGX 15s, and I put 2 15s in the back of that Datsun. And I was too broke to afford a head unit, so I had everything running off my Walkman, and I played tapes through it, and it was awesome. We would go down to Mill and cruise, and we had a little tight group of friends, and none of us had money, so all of our vehicles were, there was a lot more stuff to be envious than ours, right? So we'd go down there and cruise Mill, and that's back when there used to be a little guy in the middle that would take your license plate, and you can only do it twice, and they'd pull you over. This is one of my proudest moments. I wish I would have kept this ticket because we got pulled over by mountain bike cops. We were cruising down, just full tilt, blasting it like Techmaster PB or something like that, right? And they come up on the mountain bikes and they say, "Is all that noise coming from this thing?" And we're like, we wanted to say no because we knew we were going to get a ticket, but my buddy goes, "Yeah," and he goes, "But you guys don't have a radio." And my buddy holds up the Walkman. "It's all coming from here." And we got a ticket. We got an excessive noise ticket on Mill. That story stuck in my head. I thought I was like king shit when that happened, right? I'm like, I got a ticket for my stereo. That is awesome. My uncle recruited me to go help him with his air conditioning company when I was about 18, 19 years old, something like that. So I kind of got into the air conditioning field by accident. I actually didn't like it at all. I hated it. Actually ended up going to college in 2001 for computers, graduated, got out, couldn't get a job doing computers anywhere. So I said, okay, well, I'm gonna go back to do air conditioning, but I'm gonna do the service side of it, and I'm gonna just go with the intentions of starting my own company. I did that for about 5 years, and then I tried to start my company, and it failed miserably. We went bankrupt, blah, 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 blah. Fast forward, tried to do it again in 4 years, and had a different approach to some things, and it really took off that time. And I did that for about 10 years, and I didn't start the company to sell it. I never thought I would sell it. I just got approached by a company to buy it out, and it just ended up working out good. So, like I said, car audio magazines all over my wall, and we knew that the IASCA Finals were coming into town, and it was a huge thing. And this was a little bit before I had my driver's license, so we had talked to my mom into dropping me and like 3 of my friends off at ASU and just leaving us there all day. And I remember cruising in the car there. I never was so excited in my life. And we spent all day there, and I just remember seeing, who can't forget a Hearse with gigantic subwoofers in it, right? That had a dead body in it at one time, and now it's full of subwoofers. Like, it's awesome. I saw that, and I'm a big Rockford, Fosgate, and Orion guy, and it's like, man, that is forever etched in my brain. So, that kind of, and I remember it like it was yesterday. there's a window on the side of it with a bunch of dancing LEDs, and I was just blown away. I'm like, how did they do that? Like, and then the amp spun around. It was like that car was way ahead of its time. I mean, even today, I'm still wondering how everything spins like that. Like, you know, I'm a mechanical guy, but I'm not by any means a master installer of car audio. So it's like I mean, that's a very unique build, and it really stuck in my head. And so 1990, right? That was, what is that? That's 36 years ago, right? And I was obsessed before that, but I've still been, you know, and especially since I became a little successful with the air conditioning company and able to get some money, it's just now I'm doing everything that I wish I could have done as a kid. It drives my wife crazy. She thinks I'm nuts. I mean, who the hell buys an Astro van and puts a bunch of woofers in it? I do. It's cool, and I don't care. It's like, you know, it's something, it's like, it's a passion. So yeah, just doing different things that I think would work marketing-wise. You know, I'm not a marketing genius by any means or anything, but I know what I liked growing up, so I kind of try to take some of that and incorporate it into things. For instance, you know, parlaying into a couple of the new businesses that I started. One of them is a Wetzel's Pretzels franchise. You know, and everybody loves Wetzel's Pretzels. They're all over the place. And you know, it's all sort of just, there's stores out there. There's not much advertising to bring people in, and my location is going to be at a big surf park. So it's going to be a cool little destination location. And I'm like, it would be pretty awesome to buy an Astro van, wrap it up all crazy 90s style with some 90s wheels, and just put 1212s in it, and just go crazy with the stereo system. And you know, it's on bags, and just have it slammed right out in front. Because I know if I drive by and see something like that, I'm going to go look at it, you know. And it's actually amazing how many young kids still look at that kind of stuff. I kind of thought maybe, you know, like classic cars for kids are dead, but they're not. I have little kids that are 8, 9 years old. Whenever I'm driving that old truck over there, walk up to me, and they're more interested in that than anything. I figured, you know, let's do something different. Let's throw like a 90s vibe that has a lot of car audio themed stuff in it, and we'll go with that, and I guarantee you people are going to talk about it. You know, we'll use it as a marketing piece to drive people there. No, this is not. This is a different van. The Wetzel's van is actually at Unique Car Audio down in Chandler. A good buddy of mine, Sean's shop, partnered with me to kind of get it all done. This one's got some audio equipment, obviously, as well, but nothing to the level we're doing in the Wetzel's van. So, and that's Sue's stuff I'm wearing right now, but another shop that was instrumental in getting me into car audio growing up. I first met Sean, I want to say maybe 15 years ago, something like that. But he was an installer at Unique Car Audio when we would ride our bikes up there as kids. But I never, you know, you don't go back and talk to the installers, right? You talk to the guys that are in the front. Well, he ended up staying and buying the company years later. And it's just so crazy how life works, because I never would have guessed riding my bike there and just, you know, hoping they don't kick me out, right? Because I spend too much time just Googling over everything. But, and then him end up being like one of my, you know, a really good friend of mine now, and owning the company and doing big projects for me. It's just crazy. I never would have guessed that. Yeah, and the Terminator was not the first hearse that I saw. Actually, Sound by George had a yellow and black one, and he's a Phoenix guy. So I saw his hearse around a lot. Had 12 Gefco 12s or something like that in it, but and never got to meet Bruce until like a couple of years ago, and just another weird life moment, right? Like this guy that I thought was like a car audio god growing up is one of my friends now. We're actually coordinating a jam zone, little where everybody gets together, like kind of like back in the day. You get together in a parking lot and you get to see what everybody's got. We're actually doing that tonight for the first time in Queen Creek. So I never would have thought that. It's crazy. So we're starting to hopefully resurrect some car audio meets here and there, and it's fun. Okay, so yeah, so this is my son's truck back there. He's 14. He's going to be 15 this year. And obviously, he's my son, so he grew up with me doing, you know, I've never had a car that I've kept a stock stereo in. That shit comes out right away, and I put stuff in there. So he's already, you know, if it was up to him, there would already be 6 12s ported through the bed and without a motor. He wants to get that stuff like right now. So he's like I was when I was younger, which is great, because I think I think it's important for these younger kids to get involved in stuff like that. I mean, car audio was huge for me, and I just don't understand how some kids could not like appreciate sitting in a car that just shakes the shit out of you and just sounds so awesome. Like that is that's a feeling, right?
Yeah.
Like it's so awesome. Yeah. And it's really something that me and my son have bonded over. So, and I mean, he's a really handy guy. And so we stay in our lane when it comes to building boxes. That's an art. And I'm sure I could do it if I really tried to learn something, but I depend on like Sean to do that for me. But everything else we can do. We can install anything. We're good, you know. I was in the air conditioning field, so I'm a plumber, I'm an electrician, I'm an AC guy, all that stuff to be an AC guy. So we can do everything else. And yeah, so it's important for him. He wants to do it himself. He doesn't want to pay anybody else. So it's pretty cool. It's a good passion. The son's truck will be done by the end of the year. The Wetzel's truck will be done. So we'll see you guys at MasterTech next year, 2027. And who knows, maybe I might have another crazy project that we'll bring out too. But other than that, we'll be at the beach park. So come see us. People love that stuff, man. Yeah.